G'day everybody. Now I want to talk about what a lot of people usually say. What's the difference between a real worker with real experience and everything and, grown up with workers before to a person that grew up in welfare and still on welfare, right? And I work for the dole kind of people. Which ones would you pick? Right? You wouldn't pick the one that's probably grown up in welfare and the parents probably, didn't do much there and all the rest of it. You know how it goes. You hear it. You have your own opinion about it. And then the one that got all the education and everything, more likely he's going to know more than the other one, right? And be more keen to learning too and all that kind of stuff, right? And so the point is, when it comes to people who are working in job sectors for the government, for the people, definitely for the people. When it's in businesses, it's their choice, their money, everything, right? But when it comes to businesses for the people, taxpayers' money, right? We want to save taxpayers' money. We want to make sure things are right and all this shit, not waste our taxpayer money on crap and crod, right? And leaders and crod leaders and so on, right? So how do you fix that? Well, you stop getting people from settling, don't you? Hang on, it says, oh, excuse me. This comes out every now and then. I had a bit of hay fever. Every now and then it likes to come up. And sneezing one of them, or itchy eyes, stuff like that. Every now and then, this comes every now and then. Just like them with the breeze. It brought it up. And what I mean by that is, if you have these people that can't do their job properly in certain sectors, they're not even half doing their job, right? And people are complaining out all the time. Then they must have been from at least that other sector, right? And if they weren't, and they were from the professional sector and they had all the experience in the world and all their college education and all this kind of stuff, and they're in there failing, then you might as well say, we might as well get the other people from the other sector. What do you reckon? As we can pay them lower. You know what I mean, people? So why give these people a top-paying job to go do selfish, as some have been saying these days, go on picnic holidays and stuff, while there's shit hitting the fan? And they use the course number one excuse, just go tell them why you're doing it. You just got to tell them why. Oh, the reason why is we've got to do a diplomatic. Yeah, but people are starving and you're way behind. Yeah, but it's okay, but this is what we do. And as long as I say this, hang on, call my number on my answering machine and I'll get back to you, okay? I've got 4 years here, right? As long as I don't do this, it says on this piece of paper, it means going around touching kids and sniffing kids. Oh, hang on, I can sniff kids and be weird. Oh, or is that the American one? As long as I don't stab people, what else does it say here? Pick on too many people that are on the list. Oh, okay. Things like that. I should be fine, right? We just do what we do. And then I'll say, don't blame me. As long as I do a little better than the previous one. Or I do the same. It's okay. And if I do a little worse, I'll go, oh, sorry, maybe next time. Right? But these decisions in certain areas, as it goes higher, can affect people's lives, give them mental problems, kill people, all sorts of things, as they did decisions that killed people in the border time when things weren't really that bad, but just in case, like ordering all this medicine, right? Things like that. You might as well give them the low pay. All right, they work for the government. I'm going to get a dude on work experience. You work for the dole. Yep, you're going to get your dole. Guess what? We're going to give you $20 more. In fact, we'll give you $50 more. I think it's gone up. Hang on. I'll be extra. We'll double the dole, everyone. So what's the double the dole? For a single person, if you've got a family or not, we'll give you that because you work for us now. Instead of being on the dole, you work for us. But you're still pretty basic. We're going to train you and stuff, right? And you're going to just be a pawn. People are saying they're pawns anyway, right? And we're just going to pay you less money. It saves it for the people. And we're going to do this in all the sectors. So everybody that works for the government, the best they'll have is double the dole rate. What do you reckon, everybody? And they can take in turns. They don't even have to do the whole full week's work, as we will use plenty of these people to fill the gap. Right? And they get to work just 2 days a week each. And there we go. We pay them the dole. What do you reckon? Would they go for that? And when they're qualified, Means they can prove they can take on any challenge, use science if they have to, and that they can fill a hole and actually do a good quote. They look for the right materials. They order when they can do all that, they debate without yelling and screaming, very minimal. And when they do, they get into big trouble and make sure we don't hear it for a few weeks or months. What do you reckon? Then they get their pay. Then they become full-time workers. They get some benefits. They get a jet instead of just cruising around with us in the public. What do you reckon? What do you reckon they'll say about that? Does that sound legit and fair? I would say yes, because if they're that failure, that's what you need to do. If they're not, then there'd be nothing to worry about. That's what people say all the time. That's what I say to people when I've talked to people. People help me or attack me or they believe I'm... I just go, you know what? For your own self and everybody, there's nothing to panic about. I think people panic are ones that know that they are and they're going to get caught and they know they did wrong. They've got nothing to say, no comeback for real, right? They know this, so they might not panic so much like a thief because they're good at stories and good at speaking. But other than that, most people aren't doing that, and they know they're going to get caught. They try not to remember it, and hopefully no one... Because they're fake. Hey, babies. You don't want none of all that. That's child's play. That's immature, right? But anyway, hopefully we get better out there in these sections. Till then, you will see the sausage party. You know the sausage party? Where he goes, now don't sing. Now don't sing, everybody. And then they sing until that science comes out in that sector of the human brain instead of let's build another jet to get to another planet or some more billions and trillions in that sector. In fact, if we put a quarter of that money in that sector we've spent on that, we wouldn't even have this food problem and crisis. We'd have more money than we need because if it comes to just the money, it's not about the people, the resources. It's about the money to get people focused in these areas. That's what money's doing. Puts people in focus. Without money, there's no focus. If you've got all the money in the world, boom, you can change the world because you can now control people's focus. That's what money is. Right? But if they've lost control of that, you just got the big dudes, and you look at the world today, because that's how the big dudes see it. They've got ego. That's what we're talking about. The government allowed these big dudes, they can even get together as 12 or 20 or 100 and be bigger than countries with money and finance. Actually, they make things happen. Countries are whinging about getting the money and finance. These guys can just make it happen. Like China with islands getting built and stuff like that. We can't. We're too busy arguing about it, let alone the money. And because we argue a lot, we don't even have the money. Isn't that sound familiar? And yet we want to talk about others about arguing and getting their life together and lock up people for violence at home. And yet they're the main reason of a lot of it. Isn't that sad? And yet they'll attack you full force. Anyway, enough of all that. I want to stay out of all that. That's a big conversation. You need a badge to speak about it. And I don't have that badge. In fact, I haven't been to college. I'll get nowhere near that badge, as you got to be at least in the college area. They're a little racist. Like, if you're black, they're just not even going to look at you. See, if you don't have college, they're racist. They won't even look at you. You see? Now, who do you know is out there like that? I'm not like that. I'll look at people, give anyone a chance, and if they are what they are, well, they can come in, or they can look like a fool and not be one. But if they are what they are, well, I'll give you a chance. Anyway, some systems you can't even do that. It's set up that even you can't even do it right. But anyway, have a good one and see you later.